Hey, yo, what's going on? But once again, bros, women, bronies, and pegasisters, the one and only, of course, Mr. Nintendo's only free 2011, aka Chris's and Guy 2009. Of course, you guys are investing into his channel. Before I begin, definitely check out freaknote.com. Of course, some news on that. If any people want to fresh your channel, banner design, and a picture specifically made just for you. I'll put their link in the description box below if any people want to check out their YouTube account, YouTube page, and of course, obviously, their home website. Best partnership I ever had, all the good stuff. And without further ado, let's begin. But before I begin, it's funny because this one of my workers, my coworkers, I was telling them, not my boss, but like my coworkers, he kind of knew about this because I told him on Facebook about it. Not the one I use for YouTube, my personal one. This is a really good friend of mine. Saying, oh, like I told him that like one of my roommates, which is one of his female, like they were having like their birthday, which is next week on June 15th, which he was cool enough to give me like this really awesome what's it called? Really awesome, badass, freaking free movie ticket, and I was lucky enough to get it. And he's like, "Oh, you take this, bro. I don't even need it no more." And it's good for like life, and it has 0 expiration date, which is weird as hell. This was made 2013 too, so this guy had this for almost 3 years. So he was definitely generous enough to give it to me. It was after I got out of work today. It was real rainy as heck when it was happening. It's still kind of cloudy, as you can see now. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can. It's freaking windy as hell out there. I don't know if you guys can hear the window, but it's very windy. It's cloudy. It already stopped raining where I'm at, but it was raining a couple minutes before I started this video, so hopefully it doesn't happen again, because you guys know me. I really hate thunder and lightning. I hate it with a freaking passion. I'm scared as hell, but I get pussied out when I see it. Sorry, I just do. I know I'm a grown-ass man. I should get over it, but I don't know. Just Mother Nature. It's super unpredictable, you know? So there's that scenario. I was gonna wear my Marvel DC T-shirt because I saw last week that there was this trailer with Batman Arkham Origins. Like there was another brand new trailer that they had for the game. I think it was new DLC content that they had, and I really wanted to do a reaction to it. And I was gonna wear my other shirt for it, but I totally slipped my mind at the last second. So apologies on that part. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. As far as me ever getting my voice back, I'm probably never getting it back again, so you're just going to have to learn to listen to this one now. It's not as deep and as low as the other one was, but, you know, I still got that crazy effed up attitude sometimes I see about life. Even though I kind of have that, like, you know, not giving that type of fuck about life, but I still do give a fuck about life. Don't get it wrong. And, yeah, so hopefully the camera's not too far from you guys. Once again, I'm doing another reaction. Mr. CrystalFissure's himself, a.k.a. Andrew Colony. No, he's a lot younger than I am. He's kind of like the little brother I would have loved to have, because I think he's like 20 years old and I'm like 26, so 6 years older than the kid. But he's still cool as hell. He's good people, that's for sure. Definitely check his channel out. He actually did this discussion on why they should bring Gex the gecko bat. I don't know if in Australia and like London, England, the UK, that's how they pronounce the word geeks. Because I used to call him Geeks the Gecko instead of Gex the Gecko back as a 90s kid. Because even before Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Croc, and Rayman. Hell, even before Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter. Before those old school platformers came out. Gex the Gecko, even though they call him Gex, but I like calling him Geeks the Gecko. So Geeks the Gecko, you know, he was the one that literally the first PS1 platform I ever played for Sony. You know, obviously with Nintendo was a lot more. It was with the first 5 I played, obviously besides Donkey Kong, was Mario, Yoshi's Island, Kirby, what else? The one for Game Boy Advance, I never got to play it for Super Nintendo, SNES, or NES, whatever that was. And the last one I played for platform, I think it was Golden Sun for Game Boy Advance too. So it was the best 5 platforming games I ever got to play. Even though Golden Sun's kind of like JPRG, it's more like roleplay or whatever, but I still kind of consider it a little bit with a mixture of platform, because there was sometimes you had to jump some certain objects and move certain objects out of the way. Like with Isaac, oh my god, I'm telling you, that dude gets into Smash, I'm gonna be so effing happy. I'm telling you, man, if he's on the Smash Bros. Because the only 3 I know people want the most is Shantae, Solid Snake, and I think Wolf, and that's it. Even though it's probably a lot more too. So without further ado, let's begin. I'm gonna play his reaction. I'll put the link to his channel and his video in the description box below if you want to watch it yourself or want to watch it with me. Here we go. I'm not gonna get too overexcited with the stuff I'm gonna talk about, because Gex the Gecko, oh man, he was just my sole childhood of PS1 gaming back in the day. Alright, let's go. Alright, here we go.
Hello everyone, welcome to a bit of a different video, more of an audio really. we are going to
Audio.
be talking about.
I might have to do a
something
two-parter in
that
this in
I
the future,
think,
just in case you
you know,
guys are wondering if I
this
leave
happened
abruptly.
in the last few months,
So that way,
developing
apologies in advance if I do that.
I feel like this is a topic that really needs to be discussed.
Oh, definitely.
None other than it's about Gex. Gex the Gecko.
Yeah, Gex the
There's
Gecko.
3 Gex games released.
Or Gex, however you
PS1
want to say it, I
and
don't
a few
care.
other consoles. And I'm here to talk about why Gex would work today. Why there should be a Gex 4.
I think it will work real perfectly because the internet's a lot more relevant now than it was in the 90s. I think it was 95, 96 when this came out. So I was about 6, 7 years old when this thing came out.
I could argue that even back then, it wasn't as relevant as it is now.
Oh, really?
Has the potential
I thought it would be way more relevant back then because TV was very dominant back in those days. Now it's a lot less dominant, but back then it was huge back then.
The platforming industry, the gaming industry, sort of the whole world of parodying. And really, I think if you look into this, you'll see why exactly it's such a brilliant idea to bring him back. So obviously,
I'd love to see him back. I would love to have Sony like bring back one of the really old school like franchise on platformer, you know, mascots like they did back in the day. I would love nothing more in the world than to see that shit. That'd be awesome as hell. I have zero problem with that at all. Period. Cause I like all the quirky little references you see a lot in that game, man. He was cool as hell. He was really cool. There's like 1 or 2 adult jokes in there too, but of course as a 90s kid I didn't know what the hell that was.
I think at least one.
Oh, it was a Mission Impossible reference right there. Or 007 reference, I don't know.
Nothing, right? There was about 2 pictures, a 1-minute video, and it raised that much money. Now, that was based on the fact that people had faith in the developers. Now, with Gex, there's something else in today's sort of world that really works almost better than back then. So obviously the whole point of Gex is that he's trapped in like a television sort of world where he goes to
he's in like a little fantasy 2D, 3D type of platform where he has to go through.
Now if you think about today,
before I keep this moving, if any people don't know what Gex is about, the whole story about it, the whole gimmick for the first 2, I think at least, it's about him going through these 5, I think 7 different worlds of platforming. And he has to get through to all of them because like this one dude named Raz or Reez or something, I think that's what it was, which is the main boss. He has to defeat him, and like the only reason he ever watched TV because he was lazy and his parents told him he was never gonna do nothing with his life. But like his dad or whatever used to work for like NASA or something like that. But like he died in a tragic like astronaut accident because he was like one of the astronaut guys or testers, and I guess the spaceship blew up on him and he lost his dad. But like then the theories go to say that like Gex's father was actually Raz the whole time, the bad guy that you had to fight. And he doesn't reveal that to him, I think, till Gex 3, I think. I don't know. So, yeah, let's keep it moving. Just in case people didn't know.
They're watching TV. They may not be watching it on a television, but they are watching television shows. And you've seen so many shows now become popular in movies and stuff like that.
Of course.
At a level that they are just, to me, they're just asking.
Sorry, cracking my feet in front of you guys, my bad.
Could you imagine a Gex level where you're in Albuquerque, New Mexico?
Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's actually only 1 state away from here, for Arizona and Nevada.
Kind of a dodgy sort of meth dealing sort of thing. If you wanted to PGFI it, you could. Or The Wire, the streets of Baltimore, kind of cop show type thing. Game of Thrones, medieval. You could have anime levels. So it was like the anime channel Gex 3. You could have.
That would actually be funny as well. There's actually a lot of good ideas that could be like implemented if Gex was a modern platforming game of nowadays of 2015 or the 2010s if you want to call that.
You could have levels where things are toys, such as Toy Story.
Oh, yeah, a lot of figurines. Like if Sony were to take that, the whole idea of Nintendo with the amiibos, that'd be crazy.
It would be more funny if in sort of today.
Like then they probably make him out of amiibo Gex.
A lot of the time Gex was a little bit grating with his references and stuff, but today references are kind of, to me, like the whole popularity of Community sort of proves that the NBC.
The references are all over the internet. Nowadays they usually just call them memes or jokes of the internet.
But if you're subscribed to my channel, you probably like the fact that I'm always referencing stuff. So
yeah, that dude has a lot of references. If you're not subbed to him, definitely check his shit out. He's an awesome guy, man. Real cool Australian dude right there.
About this with Nintendo 64. Really, how wouldn't Gex be successful today? He's a wisecracking gecko. He can 3D platformer. You've been bringing those sort of.
I remember that picture of him. I'm going like Cowabunga, dude, or something like that. Hilarious stuff.
By any means, he's probably similar to Croc. Croc.
I was just talking about Croc too. Remember that?
Alligator. I don't even know. This is Croc.
It was like a T-Rex alligator thing back in the day. I remember that. Many people are nice because you remember what Croc, the Croc platforming was for PS1 back then.
You have things like Mario and Sonic and Spyro Crash, and then the next level sort of, Croc and Gex.
Except Mario and Sonic, they made it all the way up to nowadays. They're still relevant to this day. Crash, unfortunately, didn't hit the nail on the head with that one, unfortunately. I really wish they would have, but sadly they didn't.
Really, what else would you... out of all
hopefully one day they bring them back. I doubt it, because Naughty Dog's way too over-focused on stuff like The Last of Us or the other thing.
Than Crash Bandicoot, because Crash Bandicoot a lot of the time will be under scrutiny no matter what. No matter what.
The Last of Us and Uncharted, that's what I meant to say. The hell.
People will still find a way to criticize it if it's not exactly the same as the original.
Right, exactly. My point exactly, Mr. Fisher. My point exactly.
Series. So,
A.K.A. Andrew.
Make these changes, but already
take my drink of water. I forgot about it. I was on the table the whole time. What the hell?
Situation, the scenario, actually already fits.
Yeah, the scenario can always change.
Better than it did back then. You could have a wrestling level WWE, slash TNA, slash just professional
TNA,
WWE.
I never really got too deep into that. I know my friends were real big in wrestling. I never became a real big wrestling fan. I was more into like boxing, UFC stuff like I am now. Because I know that's fake wrestling stuff. I mean, the moves they're doing, I know it's real, but a lot of the stuff they say, like the script writing crap, it's fake most of the time.
When I say that,
only puts a quote on there. That's not bad. Just from IGN. I'll just like put the link in the description box below if you want to read that.
If they can pitch this, pitch this, right? And then I think
as he mentioned something about Square Enix, or Square Enix, the ones that make Final Fantasy, Metal Gear Solid, Parasite Eve, even back in the day, or Resident Evil. I think they might have made Tales of Xillia and Bersenelia too, I don't know. Or Fire Emblem, I doubt it they made that, because that's more Nintendo than Square Enix.
Go to Square Enix and go, guys, let's make a Gex game, and then, obviously...
That'd be crazy if Activision took that thing on, but that thing became a piece of crap after they just started supporting stuff like Battlefield and Call of Duty after that.
This is kind of a bit of a, it's not...
Not them hating Call of Duty, because back in my high schoolers, I really hated Call of Duty. After I got out of like high school and went to college, I started like, letting it slide a little bit more. I had less hatred for it.
It's something that actually could be within reach, especially because again, a series like Gex, which is so easy to use.
Definitely to get into, yeah.
Can be made.
Obviously.
Like
a lot of kids these days, most of the only two platforms they probably know is either stuff like Skylanders or Plants vs. Zombies, even though that's not really a platformer all the way. That's more of an FPS, but it's still kind of a small bit of platforming, and that's probably it. That's how a lot of these kids these days even know about. Most of the stuff they like is either FPS, sports, or like Halo crap. Not bashing on the millennials or nothing, but that's just what they care about, unfortunately, most. Except maybe a handful or fingerful of them probably care about old school stuff like I did.
It is about Gex and sort of that kind of parody sort of culture that goes on a lot of the time. Weird Al is so successful.
Weird Al Yankovic, man, that dude, oh my god, man. Funniest mother effer on the planet, man. You already knew that last year after I did that My Little Pony episode, Weird Al being cheese sandwich and that thing. Dude is boss as fuck, man. I'm telling you, he's just awesome. Sorry for a little bit more of the cussing I normally do, but I don't know.
Tell me why I'm right.
I just get real hyped that I have to use cussing.
It's been a pleasure.
Oh, it's been the pleasure's all mine, Mr. Fisher. That was awesome. So, overall thoughts, views, and opinions. He made a couple of very valid stated points. I will agree with two of the biggest ones. I feel like he made that if they were to bring this back, they would be able to implement like a lot of different TV style series, like stuff like The Wire, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, other stuff that are different mediums out there, like anime series, sports series, comedy series, music video series, so many other there's so many ideas and so many good representations of this game that's ridiculous. I myself included, I would love to see this come back. So Sony, I doubt if any of you employees out there, but to any Sony developers or Sony employees that are out there that are working as game developers, if you guys ever do decide to bring Gex the Gecko back, do it in style. Please take notes of this man, what he's giving you guys. And if not, either make it as a Kickstarter or Indiegogo, GoFundMe, or make it as something as a Patreon thing, or any other donation, like a PayPal account, and just make this thing possible like they did with Ukulele. We know that's going to be an official game pretty damn soon, so they would have showed that at E3, I would lose my freaking mind. Literally, I would love nothing more than to see that come back. That whole platforming thing, because after 2005, 06, it pretty much died out. Because a lot of these first-person shooter games and sports-style games, which I really honestly could get two craps and an F about, I started like taking over the gaming industry, and it's just been like that ever since. And it's become very stale for the past, what? Past almost 10 years already, you know? Some people, even like people that are Call of Duty and like Battlefield and Gears of War, Destiny, even freaking, what's it called, fans of Halo, they're saying that, yeah, that type of that type of gaming style of first-person shooter, it gets stale and boring after a while because it's just the same old copy-paste crap. You're just shooting people up, doing stuff on the internet, talking shit, saying F you, go to hell, go kill yourself with all these little trolls and kids, you know. It just becomes extremely stale very fast after a while. Some of them, they even admitted it. Like people, the two people I know the most that did it, that admitted that was this dude named K-Mac Time and another dude, which I'm trying to remember. I don't know if it's Crack Game Reviews. And then Proto Mario, he even like admitted himself. At FPS games, they get extremely stale after a while. And that's one of the main reasons I never really got too much into those, except for two games. Like, the only two I ever got into were FPS games were like the Bad Company 2 for PS3. Killzone, of course, I got that in the back. I got really into that for a little while. A real crazy phase of my life back in college, but I still love the hell out of it regardless. And Killing Floor 1 and 2, which 2 I'm definitely gonna freaking buy that thing. You bet your ass I'm getting it. Second it gets released. I don't know if it's gonna be summer, fall, or winter this year, but I know it's gonna come out for the PS4 obviously too. And yeah, the only reason I got into those two because it had a little bit of a different system. You were able to use perks, and you were able to use different upgrades and different weapons. It brought a little bit of different elements to the games. Instead of just killing other people and stuff, you kill zombies, which is cool as hell. Even though that concept's been used over and over, time and again, but for me, it never got stale. I thought it was cool as hell. That's only the very few times I ever got into something that involved first-person shooter games. And other than that, I never really got too much deep into it, you know? Other than that, that's that reference, not that reference, that little statement I agree with him. The second reference, or statement, excuse me, I keep calling reference a statement, what the hell, that he did make, I really agree with that one part, you know, how he was talking about, like, not Activision, but, like, how, Square Enix could, like, do a little bit of a better job representing their company and stuff like that, you know, what else, all the references and stuff that they make, you know, they could be a lot more, you know, adaptable, you know, to nowadays generation compared to the past. And I could agree with him a little bit on even back in the day. He wasn't as huge back then, even though his jokes and his funny comedic, you know, slapstick, you know, knee slapping jokes. That's why I slapped my knee like that. Were very, very, you know, funny back in the day. But he wasn't like the top 10 or top 100 best Sony platforming games back in those days. I myself, he was one of the very first PS1 games I even played. Like I said before, Spyro, Crash, Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Croc, Rayman, before all those platformers. That was the very first Sony PS1 platform I ever played. First Nintendo platform I ever played was Donkey Kong. That was it. And then like 5 other ones, like I said, Kirby, Yoshi, those series, and Mario series, and then of course other series, the Metroid series, but Metroid and like Golden Sun, that was way later on. Because I didn't play it for SNES or N64, I played it for like Game Boy Advance at that time. That was a little bit, a couple years later, as the early 2000s rolled on. And yeah, so that's all I got to say, ladies and gentlemen. I'll put the link to this video in the description box below unless you already saw the annotation. So peace out once again. Bros, women, bronies, and pegasisters. We'll see you when I see you. You guys have a good day, have a good night, wherever around the world. Don't drink, smoke, weed at the same time. Don't stay reckless. Keep it calm, keep it cool, keep it chill, keep it collective out there. And until then, that's it, guys. Peace out, ladies, and bye. Stay tuned, more videos coming soon. Brand new videos on the channel almost every single day. With that said, we'll talk to you guys soon. Stay healthy, stay on the grind, all that good stuff. Stay safe. Be easy, be you, do yourself. And until then, that's it, guys. Peace out, ladies, and bye. I'm out like sauerkraut. And stay tuned for more future content on this channel, and I will talk to you guys soon. And stay tuned for more updates. I'm out, and goodbye.